Hello everybody and welcome to this week's flow. My name is Kelly and today I'll be guiding you through a dynamic yoga-based pre-workout warm-up. The importance of warm-ups is very well known in the fitness community as it gets your body ready for more intense work that might be ahead. I personally have been trying to get better about doing a warm-up before I run or if I'm doing plyometric exercises or strength training. So this flow is designed to help you get your muscles and get all of your systems ready for the work that you might have planned for the day in a low impact way. There are many things out there that showcase marching, high knees, butt kicks, things like that, but this is a really nice way if you don't like to jump, especially if you're doing an early workout and don't want to jar your body, to get yourself in a good mental and physical space to do a run or whatever might be coming up for you. So without further ado, we'll begin with our flow and we'll start in child's pose. Be a fairly short integration period, just to get a little breath awareness in before we start to move our body. Just bring your big toes together or about together and sink the glutes back towards the heels. Let the forehead, the chin, the cheek, whichever feels comfortable, rest against the mat, arms out in front, or maybe they rest at your side with the fingers pointing toward the back of the mat. And just invite some awareness into the breath. How quickly it moves, or how slowly. Give yourself some time and some grace to settle into a good mindset. Half of fitness and working out is the mental part. So in a few moments, maybe visualize what you want from whatever workout you're pursuing, whether it's a lofty goal or just a feeling that you'd like to have. Or maybe you think about what you're going to eat after, like I do pretty much every time I do a workout. Just 5 more breaths like this. Of course, if you decide to implicate this routine in your everyday life, you can do any of these exercises, including just sitting in child's pose, as long or as short as you like, depending on how much time you have or how stiff your body feels. There's some days that I warm up for much less time because I feel pretty good. At the beginning, I'll just do a few things, or sometimes you just need a longer warm-up, 20-30 minutes or so. 3 more breaths. Any last visualizations, images you'd like to conjure, goals, intentions. When you're ready, we'll press into the hands and rise up into tabletop, hands and knees. These might be wider than hips width or about hips width apart. Stacked below the hips with the wrists stacked below the shoulders, and we'll find 5 rounds of cat-cow. We'll inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest for cow posture. And then exhale, round the upper back, chin comes towards the chest. So we'll move through this a little bit faster than I teach sometimes. Inhale for your cow posture. Exhale, round the upper back for cat. So we're going to try to build a little bit more warmth with these faster movements. But of course, if you desire to move a little bit slower, we'll exhale into cat. You're more than welcome to do so. Exhale, cat. So we'll find 1 more round of cat-cow, but of course you can add more if you wish. We'll inhale for cow. Gaze may rise to the ceiling and then exhale for cat. Next inhale, meet into neutral spine. We'll start to do big hip circles. Press into the hands and just rotate the entire body counterclockwise to start, and then we'll switch directions. Glutes will come down towards the heels, maybe to touch, maybe not, depends on how big you want the circles to be. Warming up the hips and the thighs is very important, especially for any sort of running or biking exercise because the hip flexors tend to get really tight really quickly. We'll find 3 more counterclockwise. Remember to breathe. 2 more hip circles this way. One last time. Then we'll switch directions and do 10 hip circles clockwise. Find 3 more in this direction. 2 more. One last one. Good job, guys. And we'll meet in neutral tabletop. Next, inhale, breath. Extend the right leg behind you. Lift it off the mat. And on the exhale, bring the knee to the right elbow. Inhale to extend. We'll do 5 like this. Exhale, knee to elbow. 3 more. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, leg out. Exhale, knee to elbow. One last time on this side. Inhale, out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, out. And then exhale, let the right knee meet the left. Next, inhale, breath. Left leg extends and rises. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. 3 more times. Inhale, leg goes long. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. 1 more time on this side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, left leg goes back. And then exhale, let it meet the right on the mat. Maybe shift the hips from side to side a couple times. Next, inhale, breath. Extend the right leg long behind you. Lift off the mat. And then exhale, round the upper back. Knee comes to nose. Plant the right foot in between the hands. Inhale. Arms rise. Find our crescent lunge, And then exhale, hands frame the feet. And we'll flow through a crescent lunge into a hamstring stretch 5 times on this side. Inhale, breath. Arms rise. Gaze might follow. Exhale, plant the hands and shift the weight back. Glutes come towards the left heel. Right leg extends. Maybe the torso finds the right thigh. Maybe the toes lift off of the mat onto the heel. Inhale, breath. Find your crescent lunge. Raise the hands off of the mat. And exhale, plant the hands. Shift back into the hamstring stretch. You might find as you move into this more the hamstrings loosen up. That is the goal. But they might be very tight at first, so be welcome to keep a bend in the knee. Inhale, shift forward, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands plant. Hamstring stretch, shift back towards the left heel. 2 more times on this side. Inhale, shift forward. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands plant. Weight goes towards the back of the mat. Fold over the right leg. 1 more time. Inhale, forward. Raise the arms. Exhale, plant the hands. Hamstring stretch. Inhale, shift forward. Lift the arms 1 more time. And exhale, plant the hands. Let the right leg back to meet the left in tabletop. Take any small movements you might need. Prepare the left side. Maybe you notice your breath has gone a little bit more rapid. And the right side feels a little bit looser than the left side. Next, inhale, breath. Extend the left leg off of the mat and lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, breath. Raise the arms off the mat. Enjoy a deep stretch in the hip flexor. And then exhale, plant the hands. Shift the weight back towards the right heel. Left toes raise off the mat. Torso folds over the left thigh. Inhale, breath, shift forward, crescent lunge, arms off the mat. Exhale, plant the hands. Hamstring stretch. See if we can go a little bit deeper this time. If not, that's okay. Hamstrings will loosen up. Inhale, breath, crescent lunge. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Do 2 more times on this side. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, shift the weight back. 1 more time. Inhale, deepest crescent lunge yet. Yummiest stretch in the right hip flexor. Exhale, coast the body back. Enjoy the hamstring lengthening. Inhale, crescent lunge. And exhale, plant the hands. Shift the left foot back to meet the right. Take some small movements. I can feel my breath building. It's good stuff. Yoga is a fantastic tool, not just for stretching, but also for getting the heart pumping, as you can tell. And when you're ready, we'll tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. I like to keep my feet about hip width apart. Some people prefer to have the feet closer. It just depends on your bones. Just take a few moments to pedal the feet. Check in with the posture. Press into the hands. Shift the eyes of the elbows in towards the index or the middle finger. To let the muscles take over the work rather than the joints. Pull the chest in towards the thighs, in between the shoulders. Lift the tailbone up and back. If you feel any resistance in the low back, you're welcome to round the upper back just a little bit. This might cause a bend in the knee, or maybe a little bit less of a lift off the toes. That's okay. The point is to protect the low back and to invite good posture, rather than seeing how intense of a hamstring stretch you can create in down dog. When you feel stable in the 4 points on the mat, take a big inhale, breath, shift the weight forward into a high plank. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll do this 4 more times. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, up and back. 3 more times. Inhale, find your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Twice more. Inhale, forward. Good job, guys. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one, inhale to plank. We'll just hold it here for a breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's move into 3 rounds of vinyasa. It's part of the sun salutation series. I do this quite a lot in the morning before I run. I find it's one of the best full body warming experiences. It's also a very great way to align the spine, to neutralize it from any other work you might be doing in a yoga class. Next, inhale, breath, shift forward into plank. And then exhale, slowly lower to the mat. Drop the knees if you would like. Maybe drop all the way to the belly. Inhale, press into the hands, open the chest, lift the gaze for cobra or down, or up dog, excuse me. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back down, we're facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, elbow, shave the ribcage, flip the feet. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, we'll do this 1 more time. Inhale, shift forward to plank again, drop the knees if you would like. Exhale, bend the elbows, drop all the way to the belly or hover. Flip the feet, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, yogis. Next, inhale, breath, shift forward into plank. Again, you have the option of dropping the knee or dropping both knees. Take a moment to rest here. If the breath is built, you can always fall back in child's pose if that feels good at any given moment. I myself will stay in high plank. On your next inhale, breath, press into the right hand. Begin to rotate towards the right. Left arm begins to lift off of the mat into a side plank. I don't know why my shirt is not pulled up underneath me today, but it happens. And exhale, plant the left hip, rotate onto the left side of the body. Right arm rises off the mat. Knees might follow the right arm or stay neutral. And then exhale, plant the right hand. I'll demonstrate how to do this with one knee on the mat. So it's my right knee on this instance. Rotate the body towards the right. The shin will spin, so it's about parallel with the short edge of the mat. Extend the left arm up towards the sky. The back feet might also need to rotate a bit so the toes point towards the back of the mat as well. It's a modification of side plank. Both versions are perfect, depending on how your body feels. So we'll exhale to plant the left hand. Inhale, breath, rotate to the left side, lift the right arm. And exhale, low down. Inhale, rotate right, left arm, lifts off the mat. Exhale, left hand plants. Spin to the left, right arm rises. This is our last one. And exhale, plant the right hand onto the mat. Meet yourself in high plank or with the knees down. And if your knees aren't already down, we'll drop into tabletop posture. By now you might notice the breath has quickened a little bit. This is a good thing. It means the muscles and the heart are moving. They're transitioning from maybe a sort of restful place into a place that's more prepared to work out, to exercise. The final movement that we'll practice today are knee circles from tabletop. So when you're ready, we'll shift the weight a little bit onto the left side of the body. And lift the right knee off of the mat. So it makes a 90-degree angle from the hip. So the knee will be aligned with the hip, and then the shin will be perpendicular to the knee. It's like a fire hydrant if you've ever done that in the gym. And we'll just start to make circles forward with the knee. We'll do 10 of these forward. It's a great glute activator. It's important for runners because our glutes tend to not activate if they're not strong enough. Just find 3 more forward circles. And then we'll circle backwards 10 times on this side. Could be an exercise in and of itself if you want to add this to a strength training routine. And when your temp is complete, lower the right leg onto the mat. Inhale, breath. Raise the left. And then begin forward circles 10 times on the left. And then switch the direction of the circles. It's important to go both directions to give the hips its full range of motion. And when the temp is complete, lower the left leg onto the mat. And we'll end our warm-up in child's pose. Walk the hands forward a little bit, maybe 2 hand prints. Shift the glutes back towards the heels. The chest melt to the mat, and the chin in the forehead or either cheek. And take a few moments to regain the breath. Maybe revisit the intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Maybe make note of anything that you felt in the body and the movements to keep an eye on as you move into your fitness routine. Or if you don't have one planned, you just wanted a quick workout to do, check in with yourself and see if this accomplished what the body wanted, what you wanted mentally. shift off the mat, shift your weight forward into tabletop. And sit down on the heels into a hero posture. Maybe this is where you end your practice, or maybe you shift into an easy cross-legged seat. And take just a couple more breaths together to close out our dynamic yoga warm-up practice. If the eyes were closed, maybe they open. And continue to whichever direction the day is going, whether it's to the gym, outside, on a running path, or to the kitchen for that lunch you've been thinking about since you started this video. I hope that this brief warm-up helps you to integrate a warm-up into your exercise routine, especially as you start to get into more intense workouts. Like I said before, the warm-up is very important to ensure that the body is primed to move. Jumping straight into intense exercise from sitting or from very little movement can jar the muscles and cause a strain or a pull, or something even worse sometimes, or if it's something that's done over an extended period, then possibly an overuse injury, which I'm very familiar with, and I'm doing what I can with these warm-ups to try to avoid. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration to create your own warm-up or becomes part of a warm-up that you do before your workouts. Again, my name is Kelly. All of my social links will be below in case you want to get in contact with me with suggestions or comments or questions about this or any video. I will link the last video that I did on this YouTube in the description box below if you'd like to reference that. Right now my videos are unlisted, but I'm thinking about changing that and making them public. I haven't fully decided because some people have told me they're kind of weird to find. So that might end up being the case. So they're easier to share and easier to discover if you just search on YouTube if you have lost a link or anything like that. So I'll probably end up doing that. And as always, I look forward to you joining me for another video next week. I've been posting weekly these at-home yoga routines in my beautiful black television background. That's a reality though. That's where I practice, and wherever you practice is good too, as long as you have enough room to spread out. Yoga involves very little as far as demands for the exercise go. So thank you once again for joining me, and I will see you next time.